Hello everyone, the Fox Boy is back and is here at last. Yeah, I just noticed it's been taking a month off from streaming. Man, already. Hey Marty, how you doing, dude? Hope everything's going well, man. But I'm actually doing alright at the moment. Yes sir, the Fox Boy's back. The Hyper Fox Boy, to be exact. Sorry to check something real quick. see how's it going. But anyway, it's actually been a minute, to be honest. Well, I'm glad that stuff isn't too bad for you. Yeah, like I said, I'm doing alright, dude. In the meantime, we're actually going to continue on with Kirby Superstar. This time we're actually going to play the remake, Superstar Ultra, because that already added new games, and especially as well new sub games. Let me actually get that up. Yeah, like I said, Mario Superstar Ultra is basically a remake of Superstar that was released in 2008 on the DS. And it actually changes some of the graphics and sprites as well to I think to modernize a bit for Kirby, if I remember. Yeah, but it did add new games as well, even for new ones too that they recently added. Yes, sir. Let's let the Poyo intensified. Man, just think about the DS and DSi. That take me back, dude. I'm serious. It takes me back. I'm not crying. You're crying. It's just onions. Say early 2000 kids who grew up in the mid 2000s with the DS. It's well, one thing too, Superstar Ultra actually added the CGI cutscenes as well, just a heads up. Well, actually earlier, I was going through the game as well to finish the original original eight games. I think if I remember, Spring Breeze, Gourmet Race, Dynablade, Great Cape Offensive, Revenge of Mennonite, Milky Way Wishes. Actually, Spring Breeze, Gourmet Race, Dynablade, Great Cape Offensive, Revenge of Mennonite, Milky Way Wishes, and The Arena. Yeah, actually 7 games, I think, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. And actually, it has some new ones. This is Revenge of the King, Helper to Hero, Nightmare Ultra, and then after we beat them all, we do the true arena. I already did the arena and all the other games already at this point. So anyway, let's should get right into it with Revenge of the King. King Dedede demands revenge. Will he finally reign victorious over his age-old nemesis? King Dedede wants revenge. Careful, he's serious this time. So there's notes about this too. You see the games, including the extra modes that be later on throughout the Kirby series. But nah, King DDD is dying. I don't know. No, well, note about this. You see the extra modes. Well, you used to call them the extra modes. And with this purple plant, purple plants. As I said, the extra modes for, well, I just call it extra modes. You see, like these games, even as well, extra mode with Return to Dreamland and onwards, are basically non-canon to the Kirby series because it's usually more like a what-if scenario. I think the director confirms is that in the True Arena is mostly used as what-if scenarios, according to the Meat Post archive that he used to post back then. And also with Revenge of the King, I feel like this is more like a revamped version. I know it's a revamped version of Spring Breeze, but it's kind of similar. But it's kind of somewhat similar to the extra mode that was back in Dreamland 1. After you beat the game, there's the extra mode, where it has the enemy sprites change and even it's harder. Actually, I wonder if you guys let me change the screen a bit. Is the screen fine like this, Marnius? Just wanted to check and make sure. Could actually just change it and see how it is. Could actually just change it to hybrid. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, like I said, new enemy sprites and even as well new enemies to deal with. Well, actually just new enemies. Because instead of the Blade Knight, there's a Sword Knight, which I already killed. And also, yeah, Sword Knight's back. And like I said, with Revenge of the King, I feel like it's kind of like a revamped version or somewhat almost a reimagining like Dreamlands 1's extra mode, because that changed the sprites of the enemies and it's also the harder difficulty too. You could keep it like this. It's all good. Okay, just wanted to make sure, dude. I know I'm trying to think about what to say though, but some of the sprite changes that I do love too. Like the Pappy Burrs Juniors, it actually looks like the actual clown because the nose with the eyes changed, so it's not like the same circle eyes as usually the X eyes, kind of like a clown. And also Fanfan has returned too. The same, if I remember, is changed the turtle boss that's from Kirby's Adventure to Fanfan that's in Nightmare in Dreamland. Cause that's where Fanfan debuted as Nightmare in Dreamland to replace that turtle bosses from Kirby's Adventure. The Kirby did the RKO. Watch out, RKO! Also, in addition here with the, well, I call it the extra modes altogether. If it's Revenge of the King, Meta Nightmare Ultra, and especially Helper to Hero, I just call it basically the extra mode altogether because it's basically just split into 3 parts. because it has new bosses, and especially new patterns you have to deal with. Mr. Bios. I'm about to say Bioshock. Oh crap. Don't eat me, I swear. That made me uncomfortable. No touchy. No touchy. And we have Wispy Woods Revenge. So basically, yeah, Wispy Woods is has purple leaves, but different is say the apples, actually yeah, purple apples can, if you inhale it, you actually put you to sleep, if I remember. Or it hurts you. Mr. Bioshock, yeah. I was about to say Bioshock again, but it's Biospark. If I remember, Wispy can actually, let's say, spit out tornadoes, if I remember. I'm trying to remember if he does. And testing, yeah, yeah, Wispy does spit out tornadoes. Oh yeah, I forgot these apples actually can't hurt. I thought it actually does in that first. Now, Illusion Islands. Basically just floating island, or just float islands, that's it. I know after we're done with Superstar Ultra, we're actually going to Dreamland 3. Yet the second part of the Dark Matter trilogy is after this. But no, don't do the beam attack. Beam attack! I'm trying to remember the wings in this section. Get over here, Birdon. Give me a wing. I need to fly. I mean, Kirby can fly, but he has more flights with wing. Okay, that is a scary looking thing. It looks like Kaboo. I mean, I know it's Kaboo's alternate sprite in this, but I don't know. Cause I feel like some of the enemies or the sprite changes on the enemies. I feel like they had their own names. That's similar with Dreamland 1. Okay, Kirby, just make sure you're not crashing out, okay? Don't crash out till you get to the boss. Maiden. Also said the Scarfies, we had those apples right here. It hit it. It's scary apples. And it explodes. I also said the Shastos, we had those cannons right here. I don't know. That's what I wonder if they actually have their own names, just like how Dreamland 1 has it. And also Fireline appears here, and he also returns from Kirby's Adventure And especially as well as the sprites came from Nightmare Dreamland. What this do? Right. Yeah, if I remember the boss name is Fire Lion. Great! And like I said before, like after Kirby's Adventure, that's when most of the abilities actually combined together. Like Burning and Fire, for example, they're all combined to one. With Burning is basically actually the moveset that was actually used in Fire. Same thing for Ice and Breeze. Well, not Breeze, Ice and Freeze is back in Adventure. And until they combine into one, that actually has their own abilities as well. Well, actually not abilities, but moveset. In Ice. No Tack, Bad Tack. Then we have Lo and La La La's Revenge. Basically not much, it's basically a bigger area with more platforms, but if I remember they added Gordo in there. So it's usually not a big deal, they just run back and forth with a Gordo. Come by every now and then, so that's basically the boss. Now Kirby, don't die, dies. Never mind. Kirby, remember, dying is bad for one's well-being. Trust me, I actually love the movesets when they have for Superstar, and that's used in later games like Return to Dreamland and onwards. Because having the copy abilities have their own movesets, it's actually really cool, to be honest. And oh Kirby, you died again. Lolo and La La La's Revenge is finished. And we have Crash Clouds. Yeah, but I feel like Revenge of the King is not like that too. It's not too cryptic or not too heavy compared to Dreamland 1's extra mode. Because Dreamland 1's extra mode, the thing is half of your health. Basically, start half of your health, and also there's harder bosses and enemies to deal with. Oh no, it crashed again. Oh no, the game crashed, or this an emulator crash. Actually, let's try it again. It's probably just an emulator just crash. But don't worry, it auto saves, just like original Superstar. Actually, let me fix the screen. The stupid apples. Apples. Don't look at me. Or don't chase me down. Stamp it. And now we have Crackle Jr.'s Revenge right here. No, it's not like the same Crackle it was back in Dreamland 1 in Estremo, because trust me, Estremo, it would just go crazy. These are Crackle Juniors, it's basically just a premature Crackle. Or just the first stage of Crackle, that's it. So yeah. Yeah. It's a Crackle! Waddle ding! Rip Sword Knight. Don't worry, he'll respawn. Like I said, he'll respawn. I'm trying to look for the Waddle Doo. I'm trying to get the Plasma Wisp so I can inhale him. Ow! He stabbed me! That Waddle Dee just stabbed me with his spear. It ain't Bandana D, by the way. I'm trying to get Plasma Buddy. Oh, it's Shamira. Bye, Shamira. Time for Crackle's Revenge. And the cloud is purple. Is purple plus is edgy and emo. Because you can see the black on it. Why you being emo, bro? Or goth. If you want to go there, feel free to do so. Crackles is the edge. He's on edge. So he's the edgelord. Mount DD Sky. Well, we're not going straight to Mount DD yet. Because we have a returning enemy that's from Dreamland 1 is Kobola, the blimp. And also the thing is, when his planet Robobot, I think it was confirmed that Kobola is actually female. Yep. Plus, see Kirby's gone, but Somehow Kirby got this Star Gunship again. Actually, we need that return again, the Star Gunship. That was from Superstar and Superstar Ultra. So usually Kabol's fight is basically really not much compared to the one in Dreamland 1. It's more like a revamped version of it. But instead of using the sweet potato or the mint leaf that was in the US, you use the Star Gunship that you have back in Milky Way Wishes. I don't know if Kirby still had like the stars or just like the clockwork stars that he still have from Milky Way Wishes. I might be wrong. Cause if it's Milky Way Wishes, that's the clockwork stars to build up Nova. Now we're in Mount DDD and now we're on the final level of it. And here Bandana D makes a big role in here. Yes, he made. Yes, one thing. Bandit said, "Okay, be back in a second, okay? I hope you have a good time while I'm back." Okay, Mario, just have a nice one, dude. Like I say, this is also Bandana D's big role right here. Yes, he made a couple appearances too, ever since the original Superstar with Megaton Punch. But this is where he's starting to shine right here in the series. Well, kind of, but not much.
Great King! Kabul has been defeated! What should we do?
Give me Kirby is coming here now.
Relax, Great King! You must stay calm!
Right. Well, here's what we do. Kirby will be ours.
So basically Mount DD is basically instead of just being in one little room and then also a battle arena and you fight DDD, it's basically throughout this castle, but changing up a bit.
First, test him. Gone my servants.
And then also Mr. Time returned from Adventure / Nightmare in Dreamland. I think it's Mr. Time if I remember. Well, no, it's Mr. TikTok. TikTok on the clock. It ain't the bird app. No, not bird app. It ain't the clock app.
Great King! We haven't his time!
No pun intended.
We'll see how he likes it next.
But I don't know if the king's craving for chips.
If you wanna help me, hand me another bag of them chips.
Yeah, time for Grand Willie. He tried it. He tried it. I have to.
Unthinkable! He made that one too!
Carry the protein! Here, Your Majesty?
Cursed pink lump! I can't believe it!
Great King! Pull yourself together!
I'm trying to do the Bandana D sound impression. Oh crap! No. Ow. Stop.
That was the charm! Get him, Fan!
Fight!
Fast orange boy. It's the orange elephant. It's the orange boy. Don't let it grab you, cause just like I'm about to just like Nightmare in Dreamland, can toss you with his trunk. At least it's not as bad with that turtle from Adventure, because I swear that turtle is annoying. Yeet. He's gone.
Great King! You're being fan too!
Ah! Alright! Call the cavalry!
Yes! Your Highness!
Actually, this level's not bad anyway. I'm just, I know I can't mess around so much. That's why it dies so fast.
Enough, Kirby! Face twin firelights!
Go get him!
Mixability, ouch.
Oh no! He beat everyone we have!
Ah! Can't anyone beat this guy?
The mixability, and then I hurt myself after pressing it.
Great King! Kirby made it here! What do we do?
Done for only one option. Okay then. I guess it's your turn.
Great King! I can't go alone!
Fine. You can go, or you'll be spared.
Don't go, King!
I'm sorry.
Great King!
It's time for my secret weapon. Now you're back, Kirby.
I just love this layout when it's with Mountain DDD. Well, inside Mountain DDD. It actually looks nice. What's this Wadi doing here? Ooh, nice aim. Hey, Bandana D. Well, Bandana D doesn't do nothing. Just eat him. You win. Literally.
You made it here. Here. Now. Arm yourself.
And a nice arena, but be careful of this, the cage. It electrocutes you and hurts you. And also Bandana D is still alive right here. And also, one of the best themes in Kirby ever since this game came out. Mass DDD.
Our grudge will be settled at last.
And there's Mass DDD.
Meet my powerful secret weapon, the brand new DD hammer.
Also Master DD has some new moves because he can spin right here, but he cannot damage, so it's invincible. I actually like Master DD better than just a normal King DD fight. Not just the theme alone, just like the battle itself. And I think this also is like when the climax with DDD's with King DD as well. That's when his grudge will our grudge will settle at last. Being is probably King DD's final battle against Kirby. He's actually truly give up. It removed that type of grudge that he has with him throughout the years. And we already beat him. Bandana D just sitting there. And also here's the ending with Revenge of the King. I feel like the ending is basically similar to the ending that was in Revenge of Meta Knight. But I know this version that's from Revenge of the King also appeared again in, I think, Kirby Fighters 2, if I remember. I feel bad for King DDD that he lost to. I know he cannot beat Kirby, but he did his best. But he tried. And also the Wildies come here to comfort him too, including Bandana D. Yeah, there's Bandana D. I think this is also the time after this game that Bandana D actually gets some spear training, because he actually, it could be that he gets spear training, as we see that's in Return to Dreamland onwards, as he uses spear more. Then we got Meta Nightmare Ultra. Yeah, but before we go to there, let's do Helper to Hero. So Helper to Hero is basically a revamped version of the arena. Well, it's not the true arena, but this is basically the arena that you actually play as the helpers. It says Kirby's not the only hero. Helpers can be heroes too. We will prove it in an all-star battle. Beat 13 foes, as one of many helpers. Master each one. We're basically helping the hero cutscene. It's basically the same as with the cutscenes with Kirby for the arena. Here it is. The heroes you can play as is Knuckle Joe, Parasol, Waldy, Chili, Blade Knight, and Yasamir, Sir Kibble, Plasma Wisp, Waddle-Doo, and Pappy Bird Jr., Jim Burden, Biospark, Bonkers, Burning Leo, Castle J2. Actually, one thing too. Instead of the Capsule J, there's Capsule J2, which is basically it says it's probably like a modified version of Capsule J, or just a replacement of Capsule J that was from the original Superstar. And then we have Go Bugsy, Tak, Willy, Rocky, and Sword Knight. What's kind of weird is Sword Knight is in here too, since they have both swords. I think Sword Knight is. Saying unlike Blade Knight and Kirby, Sword Knight can actually up thrust. There's one thing, Blade Knight and Kirby with the sword ability, they cannot up thrust, but Sword Knight can. But said that, I might actually go with the Biospark because I love ninja ability. And many All-Stars 1. But I noticed too that in Superstar Ultra they also get like different palette swaps or palette changes. I actually like that too. I think in the original Superstar they barely or don't have any palette changes. Bye Bugsy. Bugsy! Then we had Crackle. Ow. I had to do that. It's worth it. KT just dive bomb into the star like ah! Yeah, I think I did remember I just said this too, that with that with King Dedede's theme that actually extends a little longer with a new parts. And that was used that parts that since Superstar and onwards became part of his theme. Because I think if I remember in Dreamland 1 and Dreamland 2, it just repeats that that beginning part. Time for Dynablade. Time to kill the bird again. I would say Ninja has to be one of my favorite abilities. Cause if you know how to use it right, you can destroy bosses with ease. It's Fatty Will. Hey Fatty. Fatty man. Fat. Okay, I'll stop. Ah! Ow! That's what happened. I played too much. I almost get myself killed. Also, I love the Arena remix theme. It actually sounds cool. And also the Arnold the rest area theme that's in Helper to Hero. That's also was used again for the rest area in the arena that's in Triple Deluxe. Well, time for Chameleon Arm. Ow! Seriously, they need to bring Chameleon Arm back into the Kirby series. Cause we only see him in this game, that's it. I see you trying to lick. Wow, what? I don't like when Pappy Bird Senior just dash to you. Quit crashing out, buddy. You're going one that's crashed out, literally. Time for Jude Kid. Yeah, that's his name, Jude Kid. Like Judo and Kid. Then we have Twin Woods. Didn't do much. And then there's Heavy Lobster. Silver Heavy Lobster, I meant. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that in Superstar Ultra, Heavy Lobster have his own theme. And also with the sprites, they had their own defeated sprites. Because compared to the original Superstar that they explode, or just that they exploded, but here the bosses had their own defeat animation, or they had their own defeat sprite. And it's time for the battle windows. Okay. Time for the Evil Knight. I love the sprites. I love the palette swap sprites. That just looks nice. Oh yeah, I forgot that he does rain knives. I know the Great Dragon, he actually uses wings to actually slash with the wind. I think I'm trying to remember the battles are random and Help to Hero until you get to the last two or the last three, if I remember. I might be wrong. Then there's the Great Dragon. It's purple. I wonder if the Great Dragon palette. Yeah, it started flapping its wings. I feel like well, not Great Dragon. I feel like with Landia and Return to Dreamland was actually the colors based off the Great Dragon, because the red was from the original Superstar. Because in the original Superstar, Great Dragon's color was actually all red, and then Superstar Ultra was orange. Then the palace changes with Helper to Hero. If I remember, it's actually purple, and that's where Landia EX has the purple color. Petrify itself, so it raises defense. Okay, I remember like when the Great Dragon used his wings, that actually gave me anxiety when I was a kid. Because I usually don't like that move because it's like hard to even try to get him. It's time for Meta Knight. If also, I'm the only one that seems like Meta Knight sprite doesn't. The original Superstar was just weird compared to its recent one. Or is this me? And then we have Wham Bam Rock, and we have someone else right there. Yeah, I forgot to tell you too. Wham Bam Rock theme is basically just Dynablaze theme. With basically Dynablaze theme is just basically the orchestrated revamped version of Lolo and Lala's theme, or just Castle Lolo's theme. Oh crap, I'm about to die. And what we have here is Wham Bam Jewel. Now I remember Wham Bam Jewel actually dropped like a bomb as well. And also Finger Blast. Or Finger Point Blast. Because he still has some movesets that's from Wham Bam Rock. I think it was like when he used most of it when it's halfway. And there goes Wham Bam Jewel. And now it's time for Meta Nightmare Ultra. It's it. That cool knights reappeared. Defeat foes to store power. Then touch the screen to use his abilities. He trained as he journeys. Bring a sword knight with you to the comet at Galaxy's End. Now, actually, this is actually the second time Meta Knight's been playable because, yeah, actually, this is actually the second time Meta Knight actually is playable in the game, in the Kirby series. Because the first time was actually in Nightmare in Dreamland. Because after you beat the main game, you can I think it's when you get 100% in Nightmare in Dreamland, you can actually do Meta Nightmare, which actually is basically just extra mode so far to play as Meta Knight. That's it. Yeah, but it doesn't do much until it hits Meta Nightmare Ultra. That's when they change up a bit. And it has their own cutscenes too. And also, Meta Knight just has his own moveset too. It says KO foes to store power, touch icons on the lower screen to use skills. The Mach Tornado, defeat all foes on the screen. And that actually costs 30 points, and then heal yourself is actually 100, I mean, 10, not 100, wait, 100 points, oh gosh. It's 10 points. Metaquick is increased speed, and then call a friend to fight is by your side. So you can call a Blade Knight or a Sword Knight. So with that, I had to use a mouse as a touchscreen. But I'm mostly going to try to bring Sword Knight, because I feel like Sword Knight needs some love anyway. And plus he could up thrust too, just like Meta Knight. Because one thing, Blade Knight doesn't up thrust, but I know Sword Knight does. But I feel like they could at least add Sword Knight again and Star Allies at least, like to switch it up, be it RNG. Well, it's basically the same adventure as before, but this time you play as Meta Knight. No, use from the Mach Tornado. I only use that for bosses. I usually don't have no issues with it. So the Mach Tornado is basically like a screen nuke you can do on your enemies. But I mostly just use that for bosses to get that out of the way. Because they usually just blast through most of the levels. Because we've already seen all the levels and done these already. Actually, let me try to grind so I can use the Mach Tornado. Oh, Vololo and La La La. See, like this. I think it's they get halfway or they're already defeated. See? He just had nothing to say, to be honest. I'm sorry I don't have anything to talk about. So one thing to know, this Meta Nightmare Ultra is actually just one game as a whole. You just go through all the levels. And you guys should beat the game as fast, usually as fast as you can if you want to. Sing Sword Knight. There goes DDD. He's DD dead. Since Spring Breeze is done, time for Dynablade. Using that Nightmare Ultra, like I said, with Extra Mode, and usually the True Arena included, it's basically just a what if scenario. Mm, 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 mm. Go Peanut Plains. Yeah, that's a level called Peanut Plains. Is Midnightmare Ultra a difficulty mode? And also, hey Hoop. Hey Hoop, how you doing, dude? I hope everything's going well. It's been a while. I wouldn't say a difficulty mode. It's more like an extra, somewhat like an extra mode, kind of time attack, but it was kind of like that at the same time. But like I said, extra mode usually usually for example with Midnightmare Ultra, or just extra mode as well, including the True Arena. It was confirmed as mostly used as a what if scenarios. And also, Midnight also had his own bosses too at the end. So he doesn't fight Marks. It has, and you're doing well. Well, everything's doing well, dude. I know I'm doing alright at the moment. There's like some stuff going on lately. Oh yeah, I forgot Midnightmare Ultra doesn't have the Invincible Candy, sadly. That's right. And one thing too, Midnight actually have his down thrust is actually goes straight down. Like, it immediately just goes straight down. I'm sorry, I'll be praying for you. Yeah. Thanks, dude. I really do appreciate it. It's Chef Kawasaki. By Chef Kawasaki. He just appeared. And then there's Marshmallow Castle. Not the hash brown man. Yeah, he doesn't like a hash brown. Wait, guys, you're finding your own leader. So what's the Night Crew finding their own leader for? Yeah, I call them the Night Crew because I know their actual names is known as them. I know the entire group name is known as the Meta Knights, which is actually the part of. It actually was lead by Meta Knights since Kirby's Adventure. There's Javelin Knights, Axe Knight, Mace Knights, and Spear Knights. I always loved Marshmallow Castle. I actually like the song and even as well going through it as well, but it just has that kind of lonely afternoon type of feeling because the castle feels like it's almost desolated. It's like no one's around besides being breached and taken over by most enemies. Whereas like the castle itself was like almost abandoned but still intact. That's how I feel with Marshmallow Castle most of the time. Cause I feel like it's in the afternoon and you're in an abandoned castle that's still standing still fine in structure, but overtaken by the enemies with no one around. Well, a few enemies, but not too much. Gonna use meta quick. Since no Willy riders. Well, bye bonkers. Dang, he just going bonkers. That's why I just use the mock tornadoes and mini bosses and even as well astral bosses to get it over with. Time for Coco Cave. Rip the bear, he tried it. Man, these Rockies is just hard to kill sometimes. They don't die that fast, too. Well, they may rock what you expect. Which makes sense. It says Scissors beats rock if spam. Well, it's true. Just keep stabbing the rock, that makes it easy. But I don't know if we can handle it anyway. Is either the scissors gonna break or the rock was able to stay intact but it just has some cracks. It's Bugsy! He tried it. And that's what the reason why these tornado just for bosses and mini bosses, just to get over with. Are you tearing through the bosses? Yeah, with mock tornado. Because there's one thing to know about this too. Meta Knightmares basically just go through all the games that's from the original Superstar. So from Spring Breeze all the way to Milky Way Wishes. And that's in just one mode as Meta Knight. Because I already streamed the original Superstar, and now I'm actually just doing Superstar Ultra just to do the extra games. Like Revenge of the King, Helper to Hero, Meta Knightmare Ultra, and especially as well the True Arena. I also find it weird too that parasols can also be enemies and they hurt you. But I don't even get that. And there's going Mr. Frosty. Mr. Frosty's face like, well, there he goes. I'm dead again. It's like, there he goes. I'm dead again. Yeah, twin Pappy Bros seniors. Well, I'm gonna save the Mach Tornado for Dynablade. Oh yeah, I forgot Iron Man is here. Cause instead of counting through the map like in like in the original game, as Kirby, I forgot in Meta Nightmare Ultra you just straight up fight Iron Man after Candy Mountain. So you just use it. There goes Dynablade. And it's crazy too, it seemed like after Superstar that we never see Dynablade ever again in the main series. We did see it in spin-offs, but mostly just 2D sprites or just like in 3D like Kirby Air Ride, but in actuality we don't even see Dynablade again after Superstar. And that's the only main series that appears in, that's it. Now time for Great Cape Offensive. But unlike the original game as Kirby to find the treasure, but man, I just go through Great Cape Offensive and that's it. Actually, I don't know the favorite modes in the original Superstar. I had to say Great Cape Offensive has to be one of my favorites. Cause I do love the aspiration that it has. Well, we can just go straight through, we don't even need to worry about it, because most of the time it's just food's replacing the treasures. Because I actually love, because with Great Cape Offensive, I just love the aspiration that it has. Like throughout the entire game mode. Because you're finding treasure, you're going through different levels and actually just exploring all around the levels. To know what it is and know what's going on. Easy. Can't forget about that trick too. Break the blocks under. My only Kirby game was Kirby's Epic Yarn, but I enjoy hearing you talk about the games. Dang, I didn't know Kirby Epic Yarn was actually the only game that only Kirby game that you play. I'm about to say other Kirby games are actually pretty fun, like Superstar and the remake Superstar Ultra. When I think Superstar Ultra probably be my favorite. Like, I still love the original Superstar on the Super Nintendo, but Superstar Ultra added more games on there, making it its definitive edition. But I still haven't played like the other games like Planet Robobot yet. I did play Star Allies, but I haven't fully completed yet because I still had to do the Soul Melter EX on the Ultimate Choice. But dang, I still cannot get over with Soul Melter EX. I'm saying just the hardest part is fighting against 3 of the Mage Sisters. Like Francisca, Flamberge, and Zan Partizan at the same time, especially when it hits the second phase, when to just go all out right at the start. I was almost close to defeating Void in Soul Melter EX. Well, time for Fatty Whale. Hey, Fatty. Fatty, fat. Also, to be honest, it's like the only time too that Fatty Whales have his actual appearance in the main series. Other times it's basically just costumes, or we use like alternate costumes. Oh, the Mage Sisters are from Kirby. Yeah, well, actually, 3 of the Mage Sisters, they actually debut in Star Allies. So this basically is Francisca, Zan Partisan, and Flamberge. And Fatty Well is my new favorite character now. I know there's Fatty Puffer in Return to Dreamland. And also Kirby lore actually probably starts here with Superstar Ultra, where this actually gets a pause description for the bosses, especially when it hits with Return to Dreamland and onwards, and it started adding more lore into it. Minecart. Actually, to be honest, I do need to. I'm thinking about probably finish Star Allies one of these days, but if I didn't stream Star Allies, I actually wanted to start a new file. I want to type so many Minecraft movie reference after you said minecart. Let me guess, Chicken Jockey, The Nether, and I am Steve. Well, I haven't seen the Minecraft movie. I know people kept making so many reference. Well, actually, so many reference or quotes from the movie. Especially the Chicken Jockey is the most overused one. I kept seeing it every time. Especially people going crazy in the crowds. I say, why not? This is my tornado. That didn't do nothing. Probably didn't land yet. That's why. The puppet swagger, it didn't do nothing. Start running circles. Okay, have fun with that. Time for the mate, the magician. I think in the original Superstar it was known as the witch. I do love how they added the defeat animations for most of the bosses in this game, because in the original Superstar they just explode. That's it. I was gonna say, watch this when it gets into the old tower. It's nothing. You just pass it, because in the original game, the old tower is basically optional. It was actually optional to explore in the original game, but it's required to 100% the game to want to find every treasure. See, everything just closed off. Everything just closed off in the old tower. You just go past it. That's it. That was a waste. They could at least start like from the bottom and then just go all the way to the top. I feel like they could have done something like that with the old tower, like for Meta Nightmare Ultra, instead of just blocking it off. I feel like they could have started somewhere random or started from the top and then go straight down. like I said, the other rooms is basically blocked off, so Meta Knight just go straight through in the game. And then we have Wham Bam Rock. Just wait till his fist comes by. Just use it. Oh, you're not gonna run away. Sword Knight, come on, no time. We gotta use Metaquick. That's faster than the cart. That's it for the Great Cave Offensive. Now next we're actually going to Revenge of Meta Knight's game. Yep, time for Revenge of Meta Knights. As my question is, who's piloting the Halberg this time? It's not Meta Knight. I don't know if Captain Volt is actually piloting it, unless they want to test Meta Knight out. You see, he's really courageous on this one in his journey. So they actually had to. So my guess, they probably have the Halberg set up and get ready to release the armies, probably to test Meta Knight out. That's my theory. Well, hey, Axe Knight. Well, I guess Javelin Knight didn't try it. Yeah, I guess like the entire crew in the Halberg, so like the Sailor Wadi, Captain Vol, even as well the Knight crew. Probably my guess is want to try to test Meta Knight. Especially in this, especially training him in his journey and help him out. That's using my theory. Cause I don't know if they actually completely explain it if they actually are piloting it, or someone else is. Oh hey, Iron Man. Yeah, that's the boss named Iron Man. Stupid Scarface. Hey, who? Have you ever been scared by the Scarface before? Or they weren't in Epic Yarn? And Scarface is still orange, those orange cats like creatures, but they also turn scary and evil like when you try and inhale. So what are they called? Scarface. Those are the orange cats that's in the Kirby series. Those orange, round cat-like creatures. No, they were cute. I mean, they're cute and scary at the same time because I think as Kirby, if you you either damage or inhale them, if you try to inhale them, they actually turn scary and they actually have one eye and they try to chase you down. But I still love Great Garden. That's actually one of my favorite themes in Superstar. It's Wispy Woods, and then next is Twin Woods. I would turn scary if someone trying to eat me. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but can you really be scared? But can you actually have one eye and start attacking? Look at Twin Bunkers. They tried it. See, those are the Scarfies. Oh, I thought I could have them get damaged a bit so they actually can turn scary. Or turn to the one-eyed freaks. Trust me, I know when I was a kid, Scarfies used to scare me when I was a kid because of the way how they look. Bysaur Knight. No matter the Kirby game when I was a kid, they scare me when I was a kid. Hey Night Crew. I know you guys training me, but try to go easy on me. I'm trying to go through all the games. Biospark. At least I didn't say Bioshock this time. Okay, time for the main cannon. I think in the original Superstar we just called it the main cannon, but here it's called the main cannon too. Well, the cannon was nothing. Yeah. Mr. Frosty is just crashing out at the moment. Well, you're gonna crash out in a bit, buddy. And he did crash out. He exploded. Left wing's destroyed. We're going through. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm. Mm. And there's Heavy Lobster getting ready to chase us down. I guess Captain Volt decided to release it so to test Meta Knight's courage throughout his journey. But I still love Heavy Lobster's theme. But I'm glad to actually have his own exclusive theme that's in Superstar Ultra. Because in the original, it's basically the standard boss theme. Now, if I remember too, that in the original, if you play as Kirby, because there's actually this little blob that's Heavy Lobster actually throws, that Kirby inhales so he can use paint, and when he used the paint ability, he can blind Heavy Lobster. It's because it will turn red. Because it actually will turn red, and it shows that it's blind because with the eyes. Well, in the original Superstar, it just basically just turns red. But in Superstar Ultra, it actually shows it has paint on its eyes, so it knows that it's actually blind. Man, I was just strolling. That's all you do. He was just strolling. Oh. Bye, Chef Kawasaki. I'm not gonna be your next meal, Chef. And there's goes Bugsy. Actually, well, I love the characters of Kirby. It's hard to tell which is actually my favorite. I'd say maybe, well, we'll say either Meta Knight or Bandana D. Well, I'll say mostly with Bandana D because I actually love Awala D had his own personality. Instead of just being just a minion. And especially with Spirit Training too. Now it's time to fight the reactor. Now, I don't think with the reactor it's invincible against the Mach Tornado, because I know you have to... I'm pretty sure it's not... Yeah, it's not invincible to the Mach Tornado, because And that's basically it for Revenge of Meta Knight's section. And Meta Knight had to leave his Halberg, of course. But don't worry, we'll see you again in Squeak Squad. Spoilers. Now we have the final game. Is Milky Way Wishes. The time to go to the planets to get the clockwork stars. To build the Galactic Nova. Now, if I remember in the, well, I already know this too, that in the original game as Kirby cannot inhale any copy abilities at all in the Milky Way Wishes game, but he actually can find the copy ability as essence that he can collect throughout the game and use them. So he don't have to inhale the enemy. He can just straight up get the ability. He can just basically just use the ability wherever he wants to in Milky Way Wishes. And also Kirby can get the copy ability. So the copy ability basically doesn't do nothing. It's basically you scan the enemy that has the copy ability, you get that ability and that's it. It sucks. That's all I have to say. It sucks. But I think it's more makes sense if it has the helper attack with you, because it actually knows this. It actually grabs the enemy and then steals the power, which actually makes sense. Instead of just for Kirby. Kirby is just there. That's it. I'm trying to remember what the planets in Milky Way Wish. I think this is Flora, if I remember. Twin Woods again? What are you doing here? I need to prevent you guys from growing. Now we go to Aquarius. That's the water planet right here. Yeah, because one thing is that with Kirby, he cannot inhale any copy abilities at all in Milky Way Wishes. He only had to utilize the copy ability that he had attained from the copy ability essence. I think it's the essence, that's what it's called. I might be wrong. I wish the planets would reappear again in the future Kirby games one of these days. I talk about like the planets that's from Milky Way Wishes. Probably see what it looks like after the after the events of Superstar. Let's see what they look like.
It's Fatty Whale.
Again, this time he's red.
He's a fatty.
Rip the whale. No, he's just a carcass, but don't worry, he'll explode soon. Now we're Sky High. The Cloud Planet. Yeah, if I remember, it's Sky High. Wait, it's not Sonic 2. Well, not 8-bit Sonic 2. But I say Milky Way Wish is actually... I must say, it's okay game in Superstar. Cause I feel like they'll utilize the copy abilities. At the same time, it's somewhat kind of weird. Weird, but not much in concept, because one, I feel like it's actually interesting about that. But at the same time, I feel like, but at the same time too, I feel like it was basically just more some sort of cheat code or a cheating way like to get copy abilities. I mean, it's actually interesting on paper that you actually don't use it. Cause I feel like it's what players. I feel like it's could have let the players know you use either just the copy abilities or utilize just the classic Dreamland 1 game mechanic. That Kirby don't have the copy abilities, because back in Dreamland 1, copy abilities didn't exist yet till when it hits Kirby's Adventure. And it's time for Crackle. Crackle! There goes Crackle. And there's Hothead. I think it's Hothead. That's the planet's name. Dang, y'all just a hothead. And it's kind of weird too. That was Scarfies that was some Scarfies. Once you turn around, they start attacking you for no reason. Because the Scarfies will actually just chase you down. It's like, I'm hungry. Ow, get out from the fire. Ow! Stupid fire. Then we had Chameleon Arm again. So they really need to bring back Chameleon Arm again. Chameleon Arm again. I get it. I just know it's Chameleon Arm again, like almost Armageddon. Rip the chameleon. He tried. If I remember, this planet is Calvis. No, not Calvis. Like Calvis. There goes Juke Kid. Actually, they need to bring back some bosses again in the later games one of these days. If Hal is able to. Ow! Stupid Gordo. I need to get some of the orbs though. I need some power. I need power. Jim. Bad Jim. Throw that yo-yo away. Ow, bonkers. Don't have to go bonkers on me. I go bonkers on you. Rip the bugs to the E. Then we have Wham Bam Rock. Again. I know this is a shade, more like a shade of brown and it became red. I just actually noticed that. Next is Metkai, the machine planet. Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Sir? Not good, sir. Juke Kid. Guess he doesn't want to hear the whole conversation. Bugsy was getting ready to throw down, but Pappy Bird Senior's dash is a jump scare. That's all I have to say. Oh crap, I used it so early. Dang it. Yeah, I used it early. Oh crap. Oh well. Yeah, that's one thing with a mock tornado. You have to wait until the health bar comes in, so you know that is the right time to do so. You don't want to do it too early. And it's time for Half Moon, the last planet. I was at mock tornado, but you got me before I even use it. That's it, farming the orbs to get stronger to use your abilities. That's actually one of the good ones. I'm actually gonna save it against the Great Dragon. Ow. There's the big boy right here. And there goes the great dragon. All plans done. Time for it's almost time for the time for the Galactic Nova. And this one thing that's kind of weird is probably, I don't know if it's like Midnight is after Milky Way wishes or something else, because it had that damage part. I will grant you one wish. My one wish is to become stronger. So I wish to fight the greatest warrior in the galaxy. Okay. You will now fight a warrior who was sealed away for fear his power was too great. I will now summon the great warrior once more and meet Galacta Knight. I'll say the anti-hero of the Kirby series. I'd say Galacta Knight's more of the anti-hero because he only cares about fighting. Even after Superstar Ultra, he basically doesn't do much besides just fights. And one of the best themes too in Superstar Ultra. I'm not a fan with Mace Knights clones. I just call them Mace Knight clones. Then there's Axe Knight clones. And then there goes Galacta Knights. The Galacta Knight exploded, then he was resealed again. But that's not. But we all know this ain't the end for Galacta Knight because he comes back again in later Kirby games. Return to Dreamland, they come back Planet Robobot, they come back Star Allies. Of course. Yeah, that's the end for Meta Nightmare Ultra, but we're still not done yet. We still have one more game to do. It's the True Arena. What's it, Meta Nightmare Ultra? I think out of all the games in Superstar Ultra, I think Meta Nightmare Ultra is probably one of my favorites. It's either that or Revenge of the King. My two favorites. Well, like I was saying too, I think with the feeling with the Galactic Nova when it's summoned, because you see that part by his eyes that, well, on his eye or above his eye is broken. Because I don't know, it's like after the events of Milky Way Wishes, because Nova was still fine when Kirby summoned him the first time, and then he damaged it after defeat the Nova Nucleus, or Heart Nova in the original Superstar. But I'm not pretty sure though, that's my question. But I know it's a what if scenario, but still. But we still not, like I said, we're still not done. We still have the true arena to do so. And then True Arena, True Arena actually will give us a lore too. Just a heads up. Okay, ever since Superstar Ultra, and especially like I said before with Return to Dreamland, that's where they add lore to the bosses and even as well with the character. I'm trying to think what else, but I don't know. I'm trying to think some stuff, but I really have nothing to say, to be honest. The good old Night Boy Mennonite. It's time for the True Arena. And we're almost done, just almost 100%. And it says this: the last battle, without a doubt, beat 10 foes, including the final 4. All the new bosses are here. Beat them to be the true master. And that's the thing is too, with the True Arena starts here, and the thing all the way to Planet Robobots. Even the later Kirby games, when it's changed, when there's like different boss endurances, like the Ultimate Choice and the Ultimate Cut Z that's in Forgotten Lands, it gets difficult. And plus, they always save the surprise bosses at the end that we have to get ready for. So it usually surprises the players what they have to be prepared for what's yet to come. Going for the good old hammer, and next we have, well, the first on this, Kabola. And when you actually get some health, be wise when you get your health, because True Arena ain't no joke when it comes with the games. Because you have to be really wise and be really cautious not to get hit way too much. Time for Crackle's Revenge. Like I said, you have to be really cautious and careful. And I love the True Arena battle themes a lot. It's actually one of my favorites. And it also returned again in Triple Deluxe. Time for Wispy's Revenge. And then Lolo and Lalala's Revenge. And there they go. Then time for the mid all-stars boss. I think it's the first one, or just the mid all-star bosses. Rip the Grand Willie. He tried it. Then the Fire Lion. Bonk. On the hand. And there's one thing, ever since the arena and Kirby Superstar, especially all the way to Planet Robobot's True Arena, usually the bosses are usually around not Planet Robobot, but Triple Deluxe True Arena. Everything was randomized until when his Planet Robobots went to go in order. But I feel like when the randomized bosses, it's actually interesting, to be honest, because it actually has the players a sense of what they need to be prepared and what they need to be ready for. Then Crackles Jr.'s Revenge right here. Bonk. Right off the bat. Then the final four. And the wrestling team in the final four knows it's the ominous feeling that you're preparing for the last four, and you had to be ready and be cautious. Was all four of them has, especially what's yet to come. He's gonna spin! Spin! Ah! Bonk. Yeah, Wham Bam Drool's next. There he goes. Then Galactonite. Wave Dash and Kirby. Instead, with Galactonite says this legend was sealed away long ago because of his power. He defies time to challenge you. And there goes Galactonite. It looks like Marks again. Well, let's see who is. This also shows a cutscene that's after the events of Milky Way wishes. Mars is exploded straight to the Nova, but somehow he's still uncautious in space. But with the power of the Nova, he's absorbed all the power with his corpse. It then just became Mark's soul. Yeah, somehow with the emulator, it's actually delaying the music that's in the cutscene. So here we have Mark Soul. And it says in the description, with Mark Soul, he absorbed a Nova's power to bring back his evil soul. This really is the last battle. So this is actually the second of the soul bosses. The first one was Drossia Soul. And Drossia Soul originally was the only canon soul boss in the main Kirby series. But after that, the soul bosses were basically non-canon from Mark Soul's all the way all the way to Void Soul and then Void and Star Allies. I might be wrong. Starts with a black hole. Yeah, also Mark Soul does have some moves too. Some new moves. That he can split himself apart to be paints. That he rains down some paint-like powers. Then get blasted through into like some sort of fireball, if I remember. And if I remember, it was halfway he started blasting through the screens. I know when you absorb these, when you held these, you actually have paint power, but it doesn't do much. I love the Kirby's chirp, by the way, for Superstar. It's like, and then there goes Mark Soul. But wait for this. It's ear-piercing scream. Why is it? We beat the true arena. Well, it's because I use hammer, because hammer is basically somewhat simple when you use that in the arena and true arena. And also, since we had 100% the game, we had the Kirby Master cutscene. That's only when we actually 100% the game. So 100% clear. You have Master Kirby. But first, I want to see. Well, first, I actually want to see the special edition bloopers. Like I said, it's delayed because of the emulator. That's why. So, or we can just straight up watch on YouTube because it already has it on. Actually, let me see. I can pull it up. Oh crap, it's not on. My bad. My bad, you guys. I wonder why it's not showing up. Unless it was an overlay. I probably need to do some. Probably need to exit out and open back up. So that probably should work. I'm not pretty sure. That's strange. It's not coming up. Yeah, I guess I probably have to put on the window capture just for now. Poor Didi, he misses eating the food. I'm sorry, Turbo. Dang. And the Willie just bailed on him. It's like, Marks, you okay? Oh, yeah. Well, we already got that. Well, I'd say that's pretty much it with Kirby Superstar. We already finished with Superstar, Ultra, and Superstar so far. We already finished all the games, even the new ones as well. And we also 100% the game too. This is my first time 100% is Superstar Ultra. Okay, I don't think I actually haven't done that at all. But I say that's what we call it here for the night. But I do have to say thank you guys for was able to stop by, even to watch my stream as well. I know some had to go, some were busy, some was able to lurk and do something. But overall, I still appreciate you guys stopping by, even as well to watch my streams. But we can see who can probably raid tonight. But yeah, we can actually raid my friend Venus because she's streaming Minecraft at the moment. If you can, feel free to go support Venus Variation because she's a wonderful friend. But anyway, you guys, we're actually gonna start raiding her. I'll see you guys in the next one. I probably might go for a next Kirby game. I'm not pretty sure at the moment. But like I said, I really don't know. But it's usually my guess is either I want to do next Kirby game, next Sonic, or any games I'm liking. But anyway, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one. I hope you guys have a blessed day, blessed night, wherever you guys live. I'll see y'all in the next one. And God bless you all. May I smile upon you. Peace.